Hello my fashion lovers, welcome to today's tutorial. Today we'll be looking at how to cut and sew a COWL kaftan. Please, if you have not subscribed, please subscribe and put on your notification bell so that anytime I post a new video, you'll be the first to watch the new video. Alright, let's go straight to the tutorial. We are going to be making use of two yards of fabric depending on how big you are. But for this person is of a smaller size, that's why I'm using 2 yards of fabric. But for a bigger person, you can use 2.5, you can use size 40. And the measurement you're going to, you can use 2.5 or 3 years, depending on how full you want it to be. But for this one, I'm making use of 2 yards of fabric. And the two measurements you are going to be needing is measurement from the nape of your neck to the sleeve length where you want your sleeve to be, from the middle of your neck to the sleeve length where you want your sleeve to get to. And also you are going to be needing your hip measurement, that is, or you use the biggest part of your body for the hemline. All right, let's start. For the folding, I make use of 2 yards of fabric. For the folding, by 60, I'm going to fold it into, see how I'm going to fold the fabric. I'm going to fold it into two. Fold it like this. Make sure that the two ends are equal. Fold it into two. Make sure that the two ends are equal. Then I'm going to fold it on a bias form, because if you want it to drape very well, you have to fold it on a bias form. I'm going to fold it. After folding into two, I'll fold it again. I'll fold it again. This time around, I'll fold it in a bias. After folding, I'll fold it again, but this time I'm going to fold it into a bias form. To fold into bias form, you bend your hand. Can you see what we have here? Make sure you arrange it very well. This is how it's going to appear. You fold on a bias form. This is the folded edge. This folded part is going to be for the This folded edge is going to be the middle. You know, before when we fold our fabric, this part is always the neck, but this time around, this part is going to be the side seam. This is going to be the side seam, and this is going to be where the neck is going to be. This is going to be the center seam. And before we start, we have to take our length. Depending on how long you want it to be. If you want it to be long, you can make it. After folding it, we are assuming that this is going to be our shoulder line. This is going to be our shoulder line. So I'll measure it. I'll place it to be on a straight line. Measure it to be on a straight line. See what I have here? I'm going to place it to be on a straight line. Then you mark out your line. Because if you don't make it to be on a straight line, the down part won't be equal. Make it to be on a straight line. Mark it. So this is our shoulder line. This is our shoulder line. Mark it on a straight line. After that, we're going to take the length. The length I'm working with from the shoulder line where I marked, the length I'm working with is length 54. Just take it down to your desired length. The length I'm working with is length 54. I will still show you the down part, but it's not, I'll be explaining it. Length 54. And this side is going to be our neckline, and this side is going to be our middle, our side seam. This side is going to be our side seam. On the shoulder line, you know, you've measured from the nape of your neck down to the sleeve length, where how you want your sleeve length to be. The length you want for your sleeve, we measured from the nape of the neck to the sleeve length. And my own, what I have here is 18. What I have on the straight line that I marked is 18. What I marked is 18. And on the hemline, that is the down part. On the hemline, I'm going to measure my hip. The biggest part of my body is 40. I'm going to divide it by 4. It will give me 10. It will give me 10. For the hemline, the biggest part of my measurement is 40. When I divide it by 4, it's going to give me 10. I'll place it here. Because I don't want it to be too bogus, I'm taking only 2 inches sewing allowance. That is for the hemline. If you like, you can take the biggest part of your measurement of your body divided by 4 plus 3 inches, 5 inches, but I'm taking only 2 inches for my own. All right, we're going to cut it out before we proceed. I'm going to cut out this part that I don't want. After taking my measurements, I'm going to cut out this part that I don't want. I will take out this part that I don't want and the upper part, leaving my shoulder line. Make sure you pin it. Sure you pin it so you don't have to be moving around. Make sure you pin it. Or cut out the upper parts. Then I'm going to open it up. I'm going to open it up. This part that is folded, I'll open it up. I'll open it up. All right, after cutting it out, before I bring it out, before I open it up, I'm going to mark my sleeve length. The sleeve length is not going to be by the side, it's going to be at the shoulder line. And when I measured, I'm going to take, you can take 6 inches or 7 inches for your sleeve, for your armhole sleeve. But for this one, I'll be taking 6 inches for my sleeve. I'll be taking 6 inches for my sleeve, and I will notch it so that when I open it up, I will know where my sleeve is. The 2 parts. You have to be careful with this fabric. I'll mark 6 inches. Then I will notch it so that when I open it up, I will know where my sleeve is going to start. Notch it. This will give me a guideline of where my sleeve will start from. Then I'll open it up now. I'll open it up. Can you see the notched parts? See the notched parts? Now to take the neck measurements. This is going to be my side seam, and this can be my front back neckline. This is going to be my front neckline, and this is going to be my back neckline. My front neckline, my back neckline, and this is going to be my side seam. And for my front neckline, I'm going to take 3 inches for the length, for the width. I'm going to take 3 inches for the width, and I'm going to take 7 inches for the length. But because I'll be joining it, I'm going to put 1/2 inch joining allowance. I'm going to put 1/2 inch joining allowance. So from here, I'll measure for the width. I'm going to take, okay, for the width, I'm going to take 3.5 inches. But because I'm going to join it, I'm going to make it 4 inches for the front neckline, 4 inches for the width. Then the length, I'm going to take 7 inches for the length. And I will connect. I'll connect it. Please, if you have any question, ask in the comment section. And for the back neckline, I'll be taking the same width, 4 inches width. I'll be taking 4 inches. I'll be taking 4 inches. And for the length, I'm taking just 1.5 inches. 1.5 inches. And I will connect. So it's just moving around. You have to be careful. Pin it down so that you'll be able to control it. Now I'm going to cut the 2 necklines. I'm going to cut out the neckline. After cutting out the neckline, I will take it to the machine to sew the 2 sides. I'm going to take it to the machine to join the 2 sides. Can you see that it's open? I'm going to take it to the machine to join the 2 sides. After joining the 2 sides, I'm going to open it up. See what I have here. This is the back neckline. This is the back neckline, and this is the front neckline. I'm going to use my weaving machine and weave it out. And for the parts that I notched, where my sleeve, I'm going to sew it. I'm going to sew it from here. I will sew it to that place where I notched. The place where I notched, that is where I'm going to stop the sewing. The place where I notched, that is where I'm going to stop the sewing. I will sew from this neckline to this place and stop at the place where I notched. And this part, I'm going to hem it. This open part, I'm going to hem it. Because that is where my hand is going to come out from. I will hem it. The same with this part. I will sew from the neckline. I'll sew from the neckline to the place where I notched, and hem this place where my hem will come out from. I'll do it and show you. Please remember to serge this part. Use a weaving machine to weave it. Then for the sleeve opening, make sure you fold it. Sleeve opening, fold it, and sew. For the neck, I'm going to use facing because I don't want to see any lines. I'm going to iron this place out. Use facing. I'll cut out my facing. Use the facing to cover up the neckline. And for the down parts, for this down part, I'm going to hem the down part. And for this front, the curve in front, you can decide to put the curve in front, or you can decide to leave it like this, however you want it. But for me, I'm going to put the curve. So I'll bring out the front part of the dress. I'll bring out the front part of the dress, and I'm going to curve it. I'm going to give it a curve, and I'll come up by 10 inches. Or how many inches? You can come up by 15, you can come up by 10, anyhow you want it. But opening is going to be 10 inches. 10 inches. And I will curve it out. You can decide to open it. You can decide to leave it. But for me, I'm going to open it, the front part of the dress. After giving it a curve, I'm going to open it up. I've opened it up, and I'm going to hem it. I've opened up the front, and I'm going to hem it. I will hem it. Then for the neck, I'm going to cut a facing for the neck. For the neckline, I'm going to, you can either hem the neckline, or you cut out the facing. You cut out facing and sew up the hemline. I'll do it and show you. After sewing, this is what you're going to have. Use your serger, serge this place, and iron it out. Iron your fabric out so that it will be straight. Please, if you have any question, ask in the comment section. And if you want your sleeve to be longer, maybe 24 or 26, you're going to use 3 yards of fabric to sew. Please, if you have any question, ask in the comment section. Please like, share my video, and comment on my video. Thank you very much.